Session 4, Class 12, Subject English, and the first chapter, The Last Lesson, which is from the book Flamingo. In this session, friends, first of all, we will have the story at a glance, in which the story what we learned till the time, we will have a brief presentation. Then after, we will move with the story further, which will be line by line explanation. In this explanation, friends, today we will learn a few important incidents in the classroom, sad moments in the classroom. We will try to get why the class is very sorrowful, why all looks very sad. Then after, we will discuss M.HAMEL'S announcement, which is for the last lesson. Then after, Franz regret over avoiding study. He has a feeling, he feels very guilty for not giving importance to his study. Then after, we will see that today's learning seems very easy for Franz. And then after, M.HAMEL'S teaching. So these are the points we will have in this session. So friends, let us start with the story at a glance. Friends, the story what we discussed, we studied till the time is, we learned that friends, Franz is on his way to school. He is very late today and he is in great dread of scolding of his teacher M.HAMEL, because he has assigned him participle and Franz hasn't prepared participle. So he has fear while going to the school. The outside atmosphere is very pleasant. It is very bright. There is a sawmill and the birds chirping, and with this the nature is very pleasant. With this he saw some Prussian soldiers. They were drilling outside, and it was the preparation of implementation of German rule. But all these things are very tempting for France, and France thinks that he should stay outside only instead of attending the school. But ultimately, finally, he decides he should go to school. On the way, he found a crowd gathered in front of bulletin board. Seeing these people reading the notice, Franz is very surprised and very confused that what can be the news this time, because this is the bulletin board from where the people of Alsace and Lorraine have got the orders and results of the war. So this time what can be the news? That is the confusion for this little Franz. Then we knew that on the way, Watcher was also present in this crowd. He was reading the bulletin board. He was with his apprentice. He stops Franz and makes fun of Franz, saying that you have plenty of time for school. Since Franz was already very late, so he makes fun of Franz. But Franz hurried off to school and reaches to the school. Friend, this is very important part what we learned, that usually it is very noisy in the classroom. Movements of the students is very large and it is very noisy, it is very bustle, and this sound is heard outside the classroom in the street. This is usual scene of the classroom, but today it is completely different. It is very pin drop silence in the classroom, no noise, no movement, very quiet, very still atmosphere inside the class. This surprises Franz a lot. He looks into the window, try to see the situation inside the class, and what he found is that his friends, all the students were sitting in their places. There was no movement, and M. Hamel was moving here and there with a iron ruler under his arm. So this was the surprising thing. Now Franz has to enter in the class in presence of all. All are going to notice his entry. And Franz is very blushed, very frightened to enter before the class because he was already late. But here M. Hamel welcomes him very kindly and asks him to take his seat. So this is very surprising for Franz. Secondly, today M. Hamel is in different appearance. He is in his coat, frill shirt, his hat, it is embroidered. This look is generally found on some special days like prize distribution days or some inspection days. But today his teacher is in different look. It is also surprising for Franz. Then after, the most surprising and shocking thing for Franz was that he found old Hauser sitting on the last bench, which remains generally empty. But today, there are few old people who are sitting on the last bench. Now, friends, let us move onward, and in this new session, let us go line by line explanation. So, get ready, friends. Here you can see old Hauser. He is sitting in the last bench with the students. Generally, this last benches remains very empty, but today this old person is present. Everybody looked sad. Inside the class, it was very sorrowful atmosphere, and Hauser had brought an old primer. See, there is an old primer. It's the book having primary information about the language. He had this book but thumbed at the edges. This book was very old and its corner were folded. Thumbed at the edges means the books which are overused, which are worn out. So this was the book with him which was very old, and he held it open on his knees with his great spectacles lying across the pages. So he is here as a student. Here you can see that in the picture M. Hamel is sitting very sadly. Franz says, while I was wondering about it all means presence of these old people, teachers different look, class was completely silent. So while I was wondering about it all, wondering means thinking about it all, M. Hamel mounted his chair and in the same grave means sadness and gentle tone which he had used to me. He said, mounted, it means to sit on his chair. And he, in his gentle tone, which he had used to me, said, what? My children, this is the last lesson I shall give you. This is the announcement M. Hamel had for the class. And it was very shocking announcement that this is the last lesson I shall give you. Then after, I am not going to teach you and you are not going to learn this language. Here M. Hamel says, the order has come from Berlin. Berlin is the capital of Germany. And Germany has captured this city. So, from Berlin there is an order. What is the order? To teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. Friends, this is very important part. German has sent this order. In these cities, in these two cities, only German will be taught. French will not be taught. The new master comes tomorrow. This is your last French lesson. I want you to be very attentive. And today, this is your last lesson. And I want, at least on this last day, you will be very attentive. You will focus on study. So this was the shocking announcement by M. Hamel. What a thunderclap these words were to me. Friends, thunderclap, startling and unexpected, which is very shocking. This announcement, these words of Hamel were thunderclap for me. Oh, the wretches. Wretches here means villain. Villain means people who are like rascals. Those who were reading the notice and who has sent this uh, order, the wretches. That was what they had put up at the town hall. Now it is very clear for France that the notice which was being read by those people, it was about this order from Berlin. Now it is very clear. France says that my last French lesson, he is highly surprised. Oh my god, this is my last French lesson? Why, I hardly knew how to write. And I even don't know how to write French. I should never learn anymore. And after this, I'll never get chance to learn my mother language. I must stop there then. Oh, how sorry I was for not learning my lessons. Here he feels regret. When I had time, I had a chance to learn this language. I missed this chance for seeking birds' eggs or going sliding on the sand. I spent my time, I wasted my time. Seeking means searching birds' eggs instead of attending the class. And also sometimes I went for sliding on the Sar. Sar is one of the river. So these are the activities he did instead of attending the class. And today he is feeling very sorry for all these things. My books that had seemed such nuisance a while ago, so heavy to carry, my grammar and my history of the saints were old friends now that I couldn't give up. Friends, see the feeling he has. Till the time the books were nuisance for this person, for France. He never gave importance to books. But after this declaration, now this book seems as if they were old friends and he do not want to give up, leave these books. Now this book seems like friends to France. And M.HAMEL too. The idea that he was going away, that I should never see him again, made me forget all about his ruler and how cranky he was. France's perception towards M.HAMEL changes here. He knew that after this, M.HAMEL is not going to teach them. He will never meet this person. So his cranky means angry nature. He forget all this about his hard character, about his strict character, and he has a good feeling towards M.HAMEL. Poor man. It was in honor of this last lesson that he had put on his fine Sunday clothes. Now it is very clear for Franz that why his teacher is in new appearance, new look. Because today is the last day for this person and that's why he is on these fine clothes. And now I understood why the old men of the village were sitting there in the back of the room. Now it is also very obvious for France that why these people are sitting on this last bench. These old people. Who are those? Old Hoser, former postmaster, ex-mayor, and a few villagers. So why they are sitting here? Now it is very clear for France. Why they are? It was because they were sorry too. that they had not gone to school more. They had not gone to school more. It was their way of thanking our master for his 40 years of faithful service and of showing their respect for the country that was theirs no more. These people are here to respect, to honor this person, to respect his faithful service and showing their respect for the country. Now that was there's no more. While I was thinking of all this, I heard my name called. It was my turn to recite. I was thinking of all this, and I heard my name called. Means it was now my turn to recite participles. Now his teaching proceeds. What would I not have given to be able to say that dreadful rule for the participle all through, very loud and clear and without one mistake. But I got mixed up on the first words and stood there. Here, Franz couldn't answer the teacher's question, couldn't answer the questions on participles, and he simply got mixed up. He confuses on the first words. He can't answer and simply holding his desk, he stands over there, my heart beating and not daring to look up. And this is the feeling he has. He is not able to answer M. Hamel's question. So that's it, friends, in this session.